All right, Mr. Leachin, it has come out on the stock exchange about you stepping aside for 3 months. And first and foremost, why are you stepping aside?
Well, Dashan, firstly, thank you very much for calling me. I'm stepping aside. Firstly, let me just make it patently clear. I went to the gym this morning and I was leg pressing 300 pounds, right? I did 1.5 hours worth of working out. So my health is fine. I'm good. I'm great. But the outpour of calls, calls of concern, because of how the press release was written in terms of personal, referencing personal and business, gave people the thought that I may be sick. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the outpour, the concern that I may have been caused by that. Just one word, personal. So I'm happy to say, Dashan, I'm healthy and fine, invigorated, etc. The reason I'm stepping aside is, as you know, recently I've been embarked on two big challenges. One is solving for cancer using targeted radionuclide therapy. It's a new form of cancer that has just been, new solution that has just been approved by the FDA in America, Health Canada, and the UK government for prostate cancer and neuroendocrine type tumors. So, but this platform is going to displace chemotherapy and radiation therapy, two brutal types of retreatment. So I'm very focused on that. And I got into it about 4 years ago, and it has just taken off significantly. The second area of focus is on clean energy using nuclear, because you see, humanity is facing an existential threat from all this carbon that we're putting out every day, and we've been putting out for the last 200 years, over 200 years since industrialization. And we now have to get off of that path. We have to go to complete green, so that we don't have an existential threat to humanity. So nuclear energy is the only way to provide baseload. And what you will see propagate over the next 10, 15 years will be nuclear energy being generated through SMRs, small modular reactors. It's like a miniaturization. And that too has, that business, that focus of mine has taken off. In fact, last week I was at the Canadian Nuclear Laboratories for the groundbreaking ceremony for the first SMR in the world, right? So those two areas of business have really taken off significantly, and they need to be put on solid footing. And additionally, my COO for one of my companies here in Canada, COO of 25 years, he moves on at the end of this month. So I have to jump in to substitute for him until I find someone else. So those are the main reasons. So NCB is in fantastic hands. It's been well managed throughout the last 20 years. And I thought, I don't have to be there for the next 3 months while I tend to these things, and then I'll come back.
One thing that came out, you say you're not sick, because when I spoke to somebody this morning, they say, I wonder if Leachin has cancer and he's going to do something.
Oh my gosh.
No, I know he's
oh my gosh.
And I spoke to him and he told me his best friend,
Yes.
that's why he got into the cancer research. And then somebody else called me and said, did you hear that NCB is under a hostile takeover? And I said, then it would make no sense. No. If he's facing a hostile takeover, it would make sense for him to stay and take over than leave.
Exactly.
So
yeah. No, that's not true.
All right then. Anything else about that particular matter?
No, those are the two reasons. So I am just focused on making sure that these areas are on solid footing.
Yeah.
To just make sure that they have the life that they deserve.
So you're going into nuclear full-fledged and oncology. I asked you before last year, and I know Jamaica is looking at that matter as well. Are you looking at Jamaica as a possible destination for one of these plans?
100%. Jamaica has to. Dashan, there's a saying, whenever there's a shift in the dominant source of energy, there's also a shift in economic power. Right now, there's a shift away from fossil fuels to nuclear. So we have a chance now, Dashan, to really become independent, energy independent. We can lock in energy price for 20 years, right? Through nuclear. And these plants today are 100% safe. 100% safe. These are the fourth generation nuclear plants. And we talk about, you had mentioned earlier 3 examples of nuclear calamities: Fukushima, Chernobyl, and 3 Mile Islands. Did you realize that nobody died in 3 Mile Islands?
Yeah.
Nobody died in Fukushima. But because you always have lobbyists against.
Yeah.
And there's an article I just sent you actually that talked about the mistake that was made 50 years ago when America went on a nuclear binge, right? And it was stopped and that was a mistake, because had we continued, we would not be in the position that we're in today.